Hey, so it's Vita Day 3. I know Vita Day 2 is late. It is currently uploading, I promise you. It's Tuesday, and I'm still off school because Easter doesn't fall on school holidays. They give you an extra day off. I'm a lot less happy about that than I should be. I just love Unlimited so much. I sound like I'm gonna cry, my voice is dying. A lot of what this channel is to me is, a track record of my progress with all my career goals. So that's music and these children's books and screenwriting and acting and just everything I'm doing all the time. Really, this channel is just a diary for me to look back on when I'm 80. I really like having that record of what I was doing and what I thought I'd be doing and what I did end up doing. I think it's very important to, know what you came from. That only works if this is up to date. And since I've started at Unlimited, many things have happened for me creatively, or at least I've found a new creative direction, I guess. Let's start with music, because, that's what came first. That's what this whole YouTube thing is built on. Music is really strange for me at the moment because I have so much written and nothing recorded. I have 3 EPs, 8 songs of an album, and 3 songs of another album. My music teacher and I are starting to work out how we're actually going to record them nicely because I do have some mediocre recording skills. And they're good for covers, but when I tried to record my EPs myself, they just weren't coming out at a standard that I wanted to be releasing. So my music teacher, Matt, is helping me get some more professional recordings done. That's just taking some time. But throughout that time, I don't stop writing. So I've ended up starting another album. If I go through it in order, there's Mirrors EP, which is One Way Mirror and Shadows. You guys know One Way Mirror. There is Left Foot Forward EP, which has 16, Thick Skin, We Find, Fly Away, and Breathe. Fly Away and 16 are on my channel, and I think I've played the rest in live gig videos. Then there is We Are Human, with Bones, Air, Blood, and Flesh. None of them are on my channel. Then there is the Half-Written Attitude album, which has Game with No Sides, Head in the Sand, Where Do Dreams Go, Turncoat, Impulse, Face, Oblivious, Relapse. Not all of them are finished. And the album I have recently started writing is Caricature. There's one finished song called Back to You, and then lots of half-written songs. There's a lot of music there, and there's a lot of writing to finish off the albums, but I really need to get in the studio and start getting these out because otherwise I'm just going to get way too far ahead of them and have to leave them behind. They are an important part of my whole story and musical progression. And there have been so many times where I've gone, everything from now counts. And I don't want to do that again and lose Mirrors and Left Foot Forward because I think I've hit a point where if I keep doing that, I will be cutting out good songs. Every other time I've done that, where I've discarded past stuff, it's been bad past stuff and it's been okay to ditch. Now I think it would just be a waste. So the 2 options I have at school right now is to try and record it with Matt, who just has a bit more technical know-how about recording, and it would just, come out sounding a bit nicer than if I did it on my own. Or we can do some fundraising, apply for some funding from the board, and put me in a studio with some session musicians. I think what we're gonna try and do first is try and record it on our own, and if I'm happy with it, then yeah, we'll run with that. If not, I will do fundraising and go onto a studio. I think that no matter what I do, whether I record Mirrors and Left Foot Forward at school, We Are Human and onwards will be done in studios. I just don't think I am capable of producing the sounds I want to produce on my own with them. There's no point doing things by half, so even if it costs a bit of money, I am prepared to put in some serious fundraising time because one thing I've really learned since coming to Unlimited is you get out what you put in. So that's music. I haven't really gone very far with acting yet. I am competing in a Shakespeare competition on Saturday. So that is really the first acting I have ever done, and it's been very strange. But it's been a good time. I'm working with people that are a lot more experienced than me, so they're really chill about it. And they're like, we've done enough. But I'm kind of going back to where I was before I did my first rock quest, where I just wanted to practice all the time. Because I've never done this kind of performing before, and I just feel a little bit less prepared than the others. I haven't really done much on the children's books either. I don't know if you've ever seriously tried to write a kid's book, but it's hard. It's really strange because in trying to simplify it, you overcomplicate everything, and then you're staring at it going, is this acceptable for a 5-year-old, or is it too complicated? Is this word too big? What? It's really weird. and I'm struggling. That is something I do want to focus on a lot this month. I really want to take a step back from screenwriting because that's kind of a mess at the moment, and get these children's books out because they do mean a lot to me. And it's been a couple of months and I'm getting frustrated that they're not out there yet. In saying that, I really don't want to rush them. It's really hard to find a balance of, you know, putting in enough work and getting it out without rushing it, and being sure that you're happy with it and that you're not just putting something out to get it out there. That's why I haven't done covers for the past couple of weekends, because I don't want to put up things if I'm not happy with them anymore. I don't want to make something and then go, you know, like, this is okay, but I know it could be better, but I need to get a video up, so I'm going to put it up anyway. I don't want to do that. If it's not turning out right, if it's not what I want it to be, if I'm not happy with it, I'm not going to upload it, because otherwise I'm always going to scroll past it with this little niggling, that's not what I wanted it to be. That's something I've done with YouTube quite a lot, is put up things that I'm not quite happy with because I need to put up a video. I refuse to do that anymore. So Vita is strange because I have to put up a video every day, but I refuse to put it up if it's not to a certain level for me. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully by the end of this month, I can say I have written the first Granddad's Chair book. That's my goal. That's my April goal. And that brings us to screenwriting. This one has kind of been my priority for the year so far, and that's been a journey. I didn't pick up screenwriting until after I got into Unlimited, so that's August last year. But it is something that has come to mean a lot to me and become something that I really enjoy, and I don't think I could stop doing now. It's really hard, and it's really hard to put your analytical brain away and focus on just writing and exploring and finding a storyline and writing it and then analysing it and fixing it. That was something that was very thoroughly discussed at that screenwriting workshop I went to a couple of weeks ago. Basically, I have a really weird plan with about a 2% chance of success, but I'm gonna absolutely nail myself to the wall until I achieve it. I think I might have gone through that plan in a video last year. And while the plan structure itself kind of stays the same, the material I'm going through that with has changed. At the start of this year, I had The Human Condition, and it is 3 seasons and it is 6 episodes per season, and I was going to write the first season, or close to, and then continue with that. However, The Human Condition is fantasy, and half of it is medieval fantasy, and that is expensive to make. And I just don't have that much faith in New Zealand's budget. I think I would have a really difficult time using that as my first project. And so, as much as I love Aurea and Saxa and the team and that whole show, I cannot use it as my first project, and I'm coming up with another idea to make in its place. To begin with, then I will go to The Human Condition, because that has some current and important ideas in it, and I refuse to abandon it. For some reason, I have become fixated on the red zone. If you're not from New Zealand, you may not know about the whole Christchurch earthquake thing that happened some years ago now. In 2010, in September, there was a big earthquake that caused a lot of damage. No one died, but it was a big disruption. I didn't live in Christchurch then, but it was big news for everyone. And then in February 2011, there was another earthquake. I think it's something like 180 people died. And that is huge news in New Zealand. But due to those earthquakes, there is a piece of land quite near where I live called the Red Zone. And basically, it's just a whole chunk of houses and life and a very suburban area that's just been demolished. It's just gone because it was on unstable land, and that whole section just got red zoned, and it was, you cannot go back there, we are sorry, goodbye your house. And it's now, years later, it's really weird to drive through because they've left the roads, a lot of them have been blocked off, they've left the driveways, they've left a lot of trees and some bushes, all the fences are gone. So you drive down like the main road of that, and there's all these street signs and driveways that lead into a grass field. And it's just, personally, I don't know why, but it is so creepy to me. It's so eerie and empty, and it's very visual. And I've been kind of fixating on it. I want to write a show based on it for some reason. I don't know what it's going to be about. I just know that it needs to be called Red Zone, and it needs to be about that place, because that place, it's just, it's so strong to me, and I don't know why. I will take my camera there one day and show you, because it's so empty. And it used to be filled with houses, it used to be filled with people, and it's all just gone. So currently, I have the red zone, and I have these two characters called Jack and Avery. I do have one premise that I could work with, but something about it just isn't right. It's not about the red zone enough. So I'm really looking for a premise that'll click, because the one I have right now is good and people really like it, but it's not clicking for me emotionally. And I don't know, maybe I need to go grab some friends and run around in the red zone until I get inspired. I should do that. That would be weird. It's just such a weird visual place to me, and I need to write about it. I have, like, now that I've got the idea, it will not go away. That's kind of where I'm at with everything. Music, acting, kids' work, screenwriting. There's not really a lot else in my life outside of my career stuff. Although I do have some fantastic friends at Unlimited. And Rebecca has decided that she is going to shuttle over at some point next term and come stay with me and meet my friends for a bit, and it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to that very much. Now all I need is for Ella to come over from England and stay for a bit. There you go. I don't know if anyone aside from me cares about all this stuff, but now I have this video for when I'm old, and I'm glad. Vita Day 3, I did it.